Now you're ready for some exercises. These exercises will include each of the types, and I've given you 6 exercises. Your task is to copy these problems down, then stop the tape, graph each line, restart the tape, and check your answers. Exercise 1. Y equals minus x plus 5. Exercise 2. Y equals 3/4 x subtract 2. Y equals 3/4 x subtract 2. Exercise 3. 4x plus 3y equals 6. 4x plus 3y equals 6. Exercise 4. X over 5 subtract y over 2 equals 1/2. X over 5 subtract y over 2 equals 1/2. Exercise 5. X equals -5. X equals -5. Exercise 6. Y equals 1. Y equals 1. Be sure all of these are copied correctly. Then stop the tape and graph each line, restart the tape, and we'll look at the answers together. The answers to your equations are graphs. It's a bit difficult to read a graph off this screen, and so I've tried to help you by putting some numbers along the x and y axes. You may notice that in your book the same technique is used. The numbers that are chosen are 2, 4, the even numbers, 2, 4, -2, -4, and so on, so that it's easier to read where these things are located. So let me read off some coordinates of points through which your line should go. This does not mean that the points I have indicated on these graphs are the points you should have used necessarily to draw the pictures, but rather your line should go through the points I have dotted as indicated points. Notice that in each case of the 2 I'm showing you now, I only have 2 points dotted, and of course you would have used 3 to get your graph and the check. So your graph should look a bit different from mine, but they should end up going through the same values. So the graph in number 1 should cross the y-axis where y is 5. It should cross the x-axis where x is 5. In number 2, your graph should cross the y-axis where y is -2. Your graph should also go through the point 4, 1. Your graph should go through the point 4, 1. For exercise 3, your graph should cross the y-axis where y is 2. It should also go through the point 3, -2. It should go through the point 3, -2. For exercise 4, your graph should cross the y-axis where the y is -1. Your graph should also go through the point 5, 1. 5, 1. The last two are much easier to check. For exercise 5, you should have a vertical line that is located 5 units to the left of the y-axis. A vertical line 5 units to the left of the y-axis. And for exercise 6, your graph should be located 1 unit above the x-axis and drawn horizontally. You should have a horizontal line 1 unit above the x-axis. If you missed any of these, or if you simply cannot tell whether your answers are correct, be sure to mark on your paper where you have questions so that you can ask for help when you go to the lab. This concludes Math Tape 082.